Back to my channel. Of course, I have to upload because of our situation right now, which we are in a war. Can you believe it? In Israel, 2023, we are in a war. And the war started because of Hamas. Now, people like to separate Hamas and the Palestinian people. Well, you know how they became in power, right? Because the Palestinian people want them. And the Palestinian people voted for them, voted for that party. They had between Hamas and Abbas. And they chose Hamas. The world shocked. The world thought they wanted something different, but nope. They wanted the terrorist organization Hamas. And here we are. Once again, the world is looking at Israel, and it's our fault. If it rains, it's our fault. If it snows unexpectedly, it's our fault. No one wants to talk about anymore. The first day we had everybody's sympathy, right? When there were videos shown that the Palestinians put out because they're very proud of what they do. They love to broadcast their achievements. And their achievement to them on October 7th was to drop in, paraglide into a peace festival, a festival that was all about peace. There were people from all over the world there. It wasn't just Jews. It was in a spot that was not politically not politically in dispute. And there were a lot of young people. I think most of the people were under the age of 30, I would say. And they are having a good time. They were having such a good time that as they watched these paragliders come down and even heard the siren of or the announcement to take cover, they're looking at these paragliders coming down. No one in their mind thought these were terrorists, or that it was going to be their last day, or that they were going to be hostages, or that they were afraid for their lives. There's so many videos out about it. And it was on Shabbat. I remember I was sitting in my bedroom and I was getting up and I heard the siren and I'm like, a siren? What? And I called my husband and I was like, do you hear that? Like, I'm like still groggy. Like, he's like, it's the siren. And it was still going because the siren is like loud. And I run. We used to have a plan when our kids were little, but they're teenagers now and they can sleep through anything. And so we run into the kids' room and we're pulling my teenager son's leg because he really doesn't hear anything. And my daughter's looking up, whoa, siren! And we all like run out. We don't have a mamad, and the miklat is all the way down like 4.5 flights of stairs. So we only have enough time to get to the middle of the building. And we get to the middle of the building and we hear this boom! And the building shook, and we're in the hallway with the rest of our neighbors. I'm like I'm in my pajamas. I wear pajamas to bed, like pant pajamas. So I'm in the hallway and I had grabbed the skirt, and the skirt is like halfway on and off, whatever. And I'm in the hallway. I don't even think I had on my shoes. And my daughter's like groggy. And we're all in the hallway in shock. Like, what is going on? We have no idea. We come back in the house before we even sit down. And we run back out again. And it was constant, boom, constant. We're like, what is going on? What is going on? And we're freaking out. We're in Yerushalayim. Like, what is going on? All over the country, this was going on. And it was scary because we didn't know it's Shabbat. It's Chag. It's a holiday on Shabbat. Not just Shabbat, it was a holiday, and it was the day. It's the one holiday that the men get drunk and they dance with simcha and joy with the Sefer Torahs. Everybody gets happy on this day and they're just, wow. And that's the day that these sirens happened. And the rockets. We were in shock. And we couldn't believe it. That was one Shabbat. No, we couldn't even pray properly. They sent us home. There was no Simchat Torah. There was no Hakafot. Nothing. My son goes to the Beit Knesset anyway. He comes home. And he was like, that was the fastest tefillot we ever did, though, because the Beit Knesset doesn't have, the synagogue doesn't have a bomb shelter and doesn't have a miklat. It's just, so it's not safe, and they were afraid that if the siren goes off, will they get in enough time to a spot that everyone needs to get to? So he comes home, and as soon as he walks in the door, that was like all the way up until like 3:30, from like 8 in the morning to like 3:30 in the afternoon. We could not wait till Shabbat was over. I don't think anybody's ever thought, I can't wait till Shabbat is over. We could not wait. When Shabbat was over, one of our neighbors, who was not Shomer Shabbat, had her TV on. And she tells us what's going on. She's like, they targeted all over the country. We were in shock. We just, and then after that, like, of course, as you know, we're still in it, and we learn about all the hostages. We learn about all the people that were killed. And what's really horrible is the people that were killed are the people that are really want peace, in a sense of like, they are like, quote unquote, left, very left, and think that they have a good relationship with the Palestinians because they empathize with them and whatever. Maybe, I don't know. But they were killed horribly or kidnapped. Or in the children. Oh my gosh, the children. Like, I just, and it's a shame that the world, we only had their empathy and sympathy for maybe 2 days. And after those 2 days, wow. Boop, boop, a flip of well, what about the Palestinian civilians? Israel should take care of them and they should have war. Like, whatever. Who else in the world does that when they're in war? We can't show restraint enough and still protect us. We can't do it. And they know it. Hamas knows it. They know it. Their people know it. And this last thing with the hospital thing, there are videos that show phone calls, because there's such a thing called intelligence. And everybody knows that they made the mistake. They killed their own people. Their rockets always misfire. They just blew up one of their own mosques, and they shot a rocket in one of an Arab village that's on closer to Jerusalem. They did it. And then they wonder why Egypt and Jordan is like, don't come here. You cannot come here, because they know all they only want is war. They don't want peace. They don't want to go further. They don't want to advance in life. They just only want to spend time on killing Jews and complaining. Israel gave them, I'm going to stop this video. I'll send another one.